miles and counting.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly. In a What the Heck Just Happened segment tonight, a record-breaking pot situation and President Obama in Alaska. Here now, Bernard McGuirk and Greg Gutfeld. So the president spent 3 days in Alaska. Gutfeld, what was he doing up there?
Well, he was doing a number of things. Alaska, for people at home, is a state. Now, it's actually the largest state in the United States, but it's 48th in population. There's only 800,000 people in Alaska. And the reason is because it's freezing cold. The second state, the largest state, is Texas. They have 28 million. Why is that? Because it's warm. So President Obama went there because it's cold, and he's worried about global warming. If he only understood that a few incremental increases in temperature, more people would live in Alaska. But he doesn't like science, so instead he watched fish spawn, because that's what he does. That was my science
What do you think he was doing up there, really?
Well, listen, you have to commend the president. He gave up his usual traditional end-of-summer vacation.
No, he was at the
golfing
vineyard.
And hanging out with the rich and famous.
He had 3 weeks in Martha's Vineyard.
And then he went up.
And then he went up to Alaska. This wasn't vacation. This was work.
Is he the Kardashian in chief? What the hell's going on here?
Look at how hard he's working here.
He's doing the Eskimo dance. But look, he went out with Bear Grylls, by the way, who's great. Bear Grylls.
Who is that?
Bear Grylls is no thumb-sucking liberal, environmentalist. He's a former British Special Forces guy.
Yeah.
Good, tough dude.
Yeah.
And they're not up there on some, Brokeback Mountain fact-finding mission.
What was he doing with the bear?
What's that?
What was he doing with it?
They went out to check out the environment. To raise awareness for climate change, global warming.
We don't hear about it enough.
So you guys both say this trip was to promote global warming and fewer fossil fuels.
Except for the fact that President Obama, like, for example, Al Gore said 5 years ago that the polar ice is going to vanish. NASA just came out a few months ago and said that it's almost tripled polar ice, both Arctic and
Antarctic.
So President Obama's up there with Bear Grylls, drinking his own urine and feeding us a bunch of crap.
Okay,
goodness.
I don't believe that's true. Have you guys ever been to Alaska?
No.
I want to give him a plug. One of the best trips ever. All right, so I have a trip envy of President Obama. Excellent place to go. Okay, the University of Michigan, good school, did a study that says that pot use in college is now the biggest ever, bigger than Woodstock, bigger than the 60s when everybody's going nuts, bigger than more use on pot, Gutfeld, and you say?
No, I think that they were comparing it to smoking cigarettes. Am I right, Mr. O'Reilly?
No, I think it's more used than ever, but more than cigarettes,
yes,
too.
And the point is, it's not about an increase in pot, but a decrease in smoking. Fewer people are smoking cigarettes now more than ever. Pot is more popular, not just on campus, but here at Fox News. More people at Fox News smoke pot. I saw Gretchen out there token up. It was disgusting in front of the children.
Look,
but by the way, it also points to one point. Criminalization makes drugs easier by creating efficient delivery systems. It's just easier to get than buying cigarettes at a store.
Just listen to this. 1 in every 17 college students smokes marijuana daily. 1 in every 17.
Which is sad. It's sad because
their parents are paying their tuition.
Right.
That's why it's sad.
You need every edge you can get out. It's a jungle out there, and GPA is the only way that you.
But this is a serious thing. You know what this K2 is? This is synthetic pot.
Yes.
You know what that is? That can kill you, that thing. And that is a rage all over colleges now. So this isn't the Woodstock. Hey, man, this isn't Cheech and Chong. This is serious business.
It'll fry your brain, and you're going to lose that edge. By the way, I found these under Lou Dobbs' chair from last night.
I told you.
That's just like
it's everywhere.
All right, so we have lawsuits by Gretchen Carlson, Lou Dobbs, and Barack Obama. We have 3. Please direct them individually. I had nothing to do with this.
Dude, where's my class?
All right, gentlemen. Hillary Clinton on deck. One of her aides now taking the 5th to avoid testifying in Benghazi. Not good. Right back with the latest.